Hello everybody, I am Carmen Smith with the Hot and Happy Marriage Company, and welcome to video 1 of your free 3-part video series, How to Instantly Feel Appreciated in Your Marriage Again. I am so happy to be here with you today, and I mean that literally. It is freezing cold. It is snowing where I live right now. I live in Saskatchewan, so I am more than pleased to be in my office and sharing this time with you guys. So let's get started. And before we really dive in, these videos, they're not very long, you guys, because I know your lives are busy, but they're really power-packed, full of information and the things that you need to know. The things you need to know right now to make a change. So what I really need is for you to have a pen and paper with you at all times through the 3 videos. So if you don't have a pen and paper in front of you with you right now, I want you to pause me. I want you to go get a pen and paper, and you're going to need it for 3 reasons, which I will tell you about in a minute. So right now, pause, get that pen and paper. Great, so you're back. You've got your pen and paper. Now, why is it so important? Well, the first one is really the obvious. It is proven that when you have a piece of paper in front of you and a pen in your hand, you are more alert. You're paying attention. You're ready to take notes, and you will retain better. And come on, you guys. You signed up for this video series. This is worth it. You are worth it. So really, get everything you can out of this by having that pen and paper in front of you. The second reason is I want you to take notes. I want you to write down the things that I say that either bring an emotional response in you, that just really pop out in your face, or that actually make you angry. That might happen. And those are all good things, because when I've brought an emotional response, or something's really stuck with you, or I've made you angry, that is where you're going to actually get your deepest ahas from and your shifts from. So it's really helpful to have that written down, and then you can read it later, and that's when your aha might really pop for you. So really important. And the third reason is we are going to do something that I called an immediate shift exercise. We're going to do it in this video. It is crucial to the 4 steps that we do this, and I'm going to do it with you, and you're going to need pen and paper for that. Okay, so are we ready? I'm ready. Let's get started with step 1. Step 1. What the hell? That's what I call step 1. The first step in your 4-part steps is to recognize the what the hell in your marriage. Okay, have you ever asked yourself, why isn't it like it was when we were dating? Or when we were first married? What the hell happened? I used to feel appreciated and needed and loved and completely at peace and full of passion and life. What the hell happened? Where did it go? I know you've all wondered that, and that is certainly why we're here. So a big part of step 1 is recognizing the what the hell. And I'll tell you what the hell and why it changed. Your focus changed. Folks, when we're dating, oh, we are so into each other, and we are doing everything we can to show the other person how much we're into them and how much we appreciate them and how much we want to be around them. And we're feeling loved and adored and needed. And then we get married, and we're so excited because we're starting our life together. We're going to build our life together. And it's in that moment that the shift starts to happen. We start to build our life together, and we start focusing on that. And none of that is bad. But if you don't learn how to continue to experience that spark of love and appreciation and passion for each other while you're building your life together, the focus of building your life just completely takes over. And before you know it, you're in that routine of building your life. You have your roles, he has his roles. Nobody's really trying to make the other person feel appreciated and loved and adored. And we assume that should just naturally keep happening. It doesn't work that way. I promise you, it doesn't work that way. So what we're working on is how to have that spark like you had when you were dating, when you first got married, and have the focus of building your life. That'll take care of the what the hell. But what next? So what's next is the good news. You've established that you no longer feel like you did when you were dating, and you don't want it to be exactly like that again. I mean, we all had our struggles and everything else, but you do want that love and that appreciation again, right? So we've established what it is you do want. You recognize that. And the good news is that because it's just a focus issue, With the right tools, you can absolutely learn to focus on building your life, having a routine that works, and that spark that makes you feel appreciated and wanted and needed and not overwhelmed. That is absolutely what we're doing here. But the first step is recognizing that it is possible. I need you to get this. I need you to get that this shift is in your control. This shift is still within your marriage. You don't have this awful, terrible marriage because you guys fell into a routine and now look at us. What the hell, right? That's not the case. Life happens, and now you're learning the tools to bring that spark in. But this is where you need to make the decision. You need to get that this is in your control, and this is not just how marriage is. I hear that all the time. Well, this is just how marriage is. This is how it gets. No, it doesn't. Not unless you let it get that way and stay that way. That's the key. We're not going to let it stay in this place where you're not fully fulfilled and appreciated and happy anymore because it's just making you overwhelmed. We're not doing that. So the first step is deciding that we're not doing that anymore. We know where we're going. We get that it can change and that it's simply a focus issue. Okay? The next steps reveal how that focus issue plays out and how you can make it happen. That's step 1. So let's move on to step 2 now. Step 2. Step 2 is what I like to call fill your own cup. Now, in order to change what you don't want into what you do want, the unappreciation, the overwhelm, versus feeling appreciated and helped and peaceful, quite frankly, you have to put yourself in a place of receiving. Hear me on this, ladies. Hear me on this, men. You cannot be a frazzled hot mess who is in a routine of anger and constant stress and feeling just completely out of sorts and receive appreciation. It absolutely can't happen. They're two entirely different energies. And we're often in a frazzled hot mess just because of the routine of our life. That happens. But how do we get out of that frazzled hot mess so that we can receive appreciation? So how do we defrazzle? By filling your own cup. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I want you to picture a teacup, okay? You are the teacup, okay? And you're constantly giving. You're constantly outpouring from that teacup. Eventually your teacup runs dry. It's just flat out dry. And we run like this. We often run like this. We kind of, fills up every day and we start giving and giving and giving and giving. And by the end of the day, you are overwhelmed. You feel unappreciated because you have nothing left in your bloody cup to give. So I have a rule. This is going to be a little different than anything you've done before. You only give from an overflowing cup. You have to fill your own cup first before you give. And when your cup is overflowing onto that saucer, that is when you can give and give from a place of peace and not from a place of a frazzled, hot mess. It's a really different energy, and that is so important. We must give from an overflowing cup. And I know, I can hear you right now. I have no more room. I don't know what else to put in my cup. My life is what it is. My routine is what it is. I promise you, we're going to make an immediate shift change on that right now. You have it within you. You have the space in your life to fill your own cup first. I promise you. So this is that pen and paper. Pull it out. Here's that immediate change I talk about. Right now, I want you to make a chart. Okay, so you have your paper, draw a line across the top, draw a line down the middle of the page. On one side, I want you to make the heading, everything that I do. Everything that I do. On the other side, things that make me happy. Things that make me happy. Okay? Or actions. Maybe put actions just so it's not confusing. Actions that make me happy. Okay, and what I want you to do then is I want you to write down on one side, that one side that says everything that I do. I want you to write down and list everything you do in your day. Not just for your spouse, but at work, for your children if you have any, for your pets if you have any, for the house, for your daily routine that has helped you to build this life in your marriage. I want you to write down everything that you do. I'm talking about unload the dishwasher, shovel the walk, plug in the car, start the kids a bath, make lunches, make breakfast, make supper, go grocery shopping, get the mail, whatever. Everything that you do, write it down. Then on the other side, I want you to write down the actions that make you happy. Things that when you do them, you just feel great. You kind of can relax a bit, you feel good. For me, it is absolutely having a bath. A hot bath with candlelight. It doesn't even have to be long, but that's one of those things. Listening to music, watching a great movie, having a glass of wine, going for a walk at the end of the night, reading 2 pages in your favorite book. It doesn't matter. Write the actions that make you happy. Maybe give you a few minutes to do that right now. Just make the chart. Great. So your chart is made. That's excellent. Now what are you supposed to do with this chart, right? What this is about is I wanted you to recognize all the things that you do. But we are working toward you putting yourself first, you filling your cup, and that starts with just taking one thing off that happiness list and plugging it into your life. And I'm not asking you to do that commitment right now. Okay, one step at a time, because I can hear the objections and people's arms going up and freaking out because I don't have time right now to shave my own legs, let alone do this, and I don't have time to help my wife with this because I have all of this and blah, 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 blah. Yep, I get it. But if something doesn't happen differently, nothing is going to change. Get that. Nothing's going to change. And I want to change for you. I want you to feel appreciated and peace and bring that spark back between you and your spouse. And you need to get that if you cannot honor the things that you do, if you can't appreciate it for yourself, then nobody else is going to appreciate you for it. And the overwhelm continues. Can you see that? You must get that, all right? So that's where we're starting. You honoring your own self, appreciating the things that you've done in order to receive it. And by doing one thing of happiness, whether it a day or a week, we'll make that decision later. You are honoring that. You are putting yourself in a place of receiving and taking away the overwhelm. Okay, so let's recap because we're getting close to the end of this video. The first step was what the hell? That was recognizing your what the hell, recognizing what it is that you really want to change, remembering that that spark did exist where you felt appreciated, needed, and loved all the time, getting that your focus just shifted because you're building your life together and really making the decision that this isn't just going to be my marriage. Yeah, it's fine-ish, but that's not good enough for me. I want amazing. I want great until old age. So that is the first step, making that decision. Second step was filling your own cup. Filling your own cup. You need to honor yourself first and the things that you do in order to receive appreciation. Now, tomorrow's video, I'm going to show you exactly how that will change for things for you in your marriage immediately, exactly how to apply that. Here's where the tool comes in. And I'm going to teach you the 6-word sentence that will keep the overwhelm and the unappreciation out of your marriage forever. It will just continue to get better and better with what I'm going to teach you tomorrow. All right, so I'm so excited. Watch your inboxes, watch your subject lines. Video 2 is coming tomorrow. See you guys then.